Dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the United Way for the Fulham versus Manchester United Premier League preview. Manchester United travel to Craven Cottage tomorrow on Saturday at 12:30 to face Fulham in the Premier League. Obviously, Manchester United coming into this game numb after losing their past two games by 3-0. One against Manchester City in the Premier League and the other against Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup, both at Old Trafford. So Manchester United coming into this game on very poor form. Nothing's clicking. Fan base is going mental. So are the players. No one knows what's going to happen with the boss, Erik ten Hag. And listen, we'll go through a few stats. Fulham are 14th in the Premier League with 3 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. They score an average goal scored per match is 0.9. They have Fulham's average goals conceded per match is 1.6. They have kept 3 clean sheets. Their chances created per match is 0.9. Their biggest win was a 3-1 win over Sheffield United, and their worst defeat was against Manchester City, 5-1 away. Okay, so both teams have lost against Manchester City. Moving on to Manchester United, we are 8th in the Premier League, 5 wins, 0 draws, and 5 losses. Manchester United's average goals scored per match is 1.1. Manchester United's average goals conceded per match is 1.6. Manchester United have kept 2 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Chances created per match, Manchester United is 1.8. Our biggest win was a 3-2 win over Nottingham Forest, and our worst defeat so far this season is against Manchester City, 3-0. You can put the Newcastle one in there if you want, but I think the Manchester City one, especially being in the Prem, it suits it. But hold on a sec. Let me just go back to the game, if it lets me. But yeah, obviously, do not forget, as always, there will be a watch along here on the United Way tomorrow at 12 p.m. with myself here on the United Way YouTube channel. Please join us for that, and fingers crossed, it is a good watch along. And join us for basically the build up and team news as well. Let's see what happens. So let's get stuck into the preview. But obviously, before we do that, please hit that big red subscribe button. Be much appreciated on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Listen, we're going to enjoy the road. We'll get there slowly but surely. But let's jump in to talk about Manchester United first of all. So, as you know, Manchester United coming into this game, like I said at the start, we've lost our previous 2 games at Old Trafford, scoring 0 and conceding 3. So that's 6 goals in total. We haven't kept a lot of clean sheets this season in games we've won so far this season. We've been lucky, to say the least, to get the win. I mean, maybe we should have lost. I mean, you look at Brentford, you look at Copenhagen, you look at Sheffield United. I can go on and on and on. Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Burnley. In fact, I feel like I'm missing one in there. But we were lucky to get the wins against the teams we did. We should have either lost or draw the game, at least to an extent. But obviously, bit of team news. Casemiro is out for a couple of weeks. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Obviously, I like Casemiro, and it's always nice to have players who are fit regardless of what position they play or how they are. It's always nice to just have people like Casemiro. He is out. Obviously, we can bring in Manu, Amrabat, Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, Mason Mount, the likes, but the only proper DMs we have is Sofian Amrabat and Scott McTominay. You can throw Eriksen in there as well, but I wouldn't really look him as a DM. I'd keep him as a central midfielder or a cam, and that's that. But obviously, we'll go through Manchester United's previous 5 games. So we beat Brentford by 2-1. We lost against Sheffield. We nearly lost against Sheffield. We beat Sheffield United by 2-1. We beat Copenhagen by 1-0 in the Champions League. And obviously, look at our previous 2 at the end. We lost 3-0 against Man City and 3-0 against Newcastle United. So again, back to the Brentford game. 2 late goals from Scott McTominay got us the win. If you don't bring McTominay on, we lose that game. Simple as that. We beat Sheffield United just as well. Some would say maybe they should have maybe at least got a draw. That would have been the fair result, but there you have it. We beat Copenhagen. All thanks to Harry Maguire and Andre Onana. Another game maybe we should have lost or even drew. We lost Manchester. We lost 3-0 against Man City. Pretty reasonable, you could say. Could have been more, to be honest, when you look at the second half. And Newcastle beat us by 3-0 as well, which again, it could have been more. It could have been more from Newcastle and Man City. But listen, going into this game against Fulham, I'm nowhere near as confident as I was for the Newcastle game, and that you'd expect it to be the other way around. But looking at our previous 5 again, I'll just throw it up on the screen. We've won 3 and lost 2. Now I know some would say, well, yeah, you won 3, lost 2. We've lost more than 2 games. To be honest, so far Manchester United this season have been very, very poor. It's been below expectations. It's been below par. Nothing's gone well. The fan base is divided about Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. Before we do get stuck into the main bits, just to clarify, I am Ten Hag in. If you don't know that, I don't know where you've been. I am Ten Hag in. And if you want to know my reasons why, just let me know. Just say, Dean, why do you want Ten Hag in? And I'll happily explain to you. But so far, as of now, I'm not explaining it because I just keep repeating myself. But if you want to know why I want Ten Hag in, please comment below. Dean, why do you want Ten Hag in? That's all you want. And I'll give you the exact reason why I want Ten Hag in. But as of now, I'm not. I'm fed up of it. I'm sick of these clowns. So let's move on. I'm not that person on YouTube who, makes these videos. Oh, Ten Hag out. 3 exclamation marks. Especially if you support Chelsea or Aston Villa or people like that. And again, if I doubt the people that I'm thinking of will be watching, but you shouldn't be saying Ten Hag out if you're an opposition fan. If you're a Manchester United fan, fair enough. But I want to hear a reason why you want Ten Hag out. No, and I want to hear who we can bring in and why and what he's going to do and why we won't be back in this same crisis in the next 12 to 18 months, whatever it is. But let's jump into preview. So, as again, I feel like I'm always using this must-win edit, but it is very, very true. It's a must-win game. There's no beating around the bush. It's a must-win game for Manchester United if you want to build a bit of confidence. Make the fans maybe start to believe again. Whatever way you wanna have it. But no, personally, Ten Hag as well. He's gonna want to win this game. Let's be honest. This could be if we lose this game. As much as I hate to say it, this could be Ten Hag's last game for Manchester United, which I hate to say that or even think of that, but it could be Ten Hag's last game. I'm not even joking when I say that. If we go and lose against Fulham tomorrow, Ten Hag is screwed. He'd be gone. There'd be no need to wait because the more fans will want them out. The more games we lose, the more fans that want them out, and the more the media get on top of them. I don't care. Obviously, I don't. I care if he gets sacked, but if we lose against Fulham, back him. Because people are saying, oh, but if Zidane was sitting there saying you want the job, if Manchester United said Zidane, do you want the job? And if Zidane came out and said, I'll take the job if I'm offered, what would you say then? I'd still say, okay, brilliant, we have a backup if he's there. But I don't want him because I have the man. I have the manager that's at the club is the manager I'm happy with, and it's the manager I wanted when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked. So, and you have to give it. Of all the managers that Manchester United were looking at, Ten Hag was like, I'm gonna go to Manchester United. I'm gonna see what I can do here, and he was the perfect man for the job, and I still think he is. But you have to back him. you have to back him. There's no beating around the bush. But yeah, it is a must-win game to get us up the table, to get a bit of confidence, bit of momentum, bit of, just get that. We just need to win a game. We just need the game to win. A scrappy scrappy win. We just need anything to get the job done. And again, another thing that's really, really going to be crucial tomorrow against Fulham is Ten Hag's tactics, I mean, he's switching it to 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1. They're saying the 4-1-2-1-2. You're seeing a lot of, an offense. We kind of go in and kind of go into a diamond. And then in our defense, it's kind of like go to a 5. So we're trying a lot of different tactics, trying a lot of different players. He's trying to get a tune out of the players and all that. But Ten Hag's tactics are very, very crucial in this game. He could have the best tactics in the world, but is it going to work? I don't know. But I hope it does. As I said, I do back him, but his tactics are going to be very, 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 very crucial. And again, it's not just his tactics, it's how the players kind of rub off them. Are they at the stage where the players are like, I don't want to play for him. I'm going to do what I've done with the previous managers who played for the club. I'm going to try and get him. I'm going to not try and get him sacked, but I'm not going to play for him. I'm done. I'm not able for this hard working stuff. That's the problem. These players get it easy. That's why we should get rid of some. So yeah, it's like we said before. If you bring in, if we Manchester Derby last weekend, if both teams go out and say, right, just for once off thing only, we're gonna put Pep manager Manchester United and Ten Hag manager Manchester City. I bet you Ten Hag's Manchester City would beat Pep Guardiola's Manchester United. That's as far as I'm gonna go. But yes, tactics are very, very crucial for Manchester United. What does he do? Does he go with 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1? The 4-1-2-1-2? What's he going to go with? What is he going to go with? Another thing as well, which I really think we should do, again, I don't have any kids in my team. As when I say that, I'm looking at, play the kids. You have Hannibal Meshby, Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, the likes. I can go on and on, but most of them are on loan. Pelistri as well. You have Facundo Pelistri. How could I forget him? He hasn't been really in the squad a lot, to be brutally honest, which I would looking to see more. Obviously, while I'm talking to you, Kobe Mainoo is with the Manchester United squad. He travelled to the game against Fulham, so he's there. He's in the squad. Will Ten Hag play him? I don't think he will, but I will play the kids tomorrow. Who would rather play these top class footballers who just are clumsy, or you play these young players who will get on that pitch and track and hunt down every man and hunt down the ball constantly, won't stop running until they have to come off. That's what I would do, to be honest. All right, I wouldn't say play Pelistri, Garnacho and Hannibal and Pelistri and the likes, but play a few. Play the ones who are going to give you a tune. Again, Hannibal, lucky to be still on the pitch against Newcastle. He was still going for tackles. And look what happened. Just keep tracking down. As Casemiro got a yellow, setback, couldn't even run. Again, he can't because the referees seem to have an agenda against him, but that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think anymore. But I would play the kids, play the people who are going to show a bit of fight for you, show a bit of passion. Even if we lose, you want to say, well, he didn't do too bad, neither did he. Good bit of play there, but yeah. And yeah, I mean, literally back, another thing as well. Manchester United have a lack of fight, lack of confidence, lack of spirit. You know what I mean? It's honestly, it's ridiculous because, like, Newcastle the other day, the prime example, we conceded one goal and our heads went down. It was like Man City again last Sunday. We conceded the penalty, Haaland scored it, our heads went down. Some would say, well, you had 1 or 2 chances, maybe 3 after that. Our heads went down. You know what I mean? and it's a lack of fight. We're not going in for that, and we look very clumsy. The midfield looks shy. So does the defence when we concede, and we just start off again very, very shaky. I can't remember the last game we started off great and remained great for the whole 90 minutes. If you can name me one, please do, because I might forget. But yeah, there's a lack of fight, and we need to see more of this fight. Manchester United who can, the Manchester United of last season when we went to go down, even when we lost the ball, we won it back. This season we lose the ball and we just step off, we back off them, we don't go back in for the ball, which is ridiculous. Now, a question from me to you, to me, back to you, is how can Man United beat Fulham? Okay, this is actually going to be a tough question. This is the last kind of talk Manchester United before we jump into Fulham. So, how Manchester United can beat Fulham is basically everything I spoke about. We need to be more confident. We need to be pressing down our man, literally tracking down the ball. And Fulham, we have to have a quick start, be consistent, and take our chances. That sounds a lot, doesn't it? For Manchester United, it sounds a lot, but for any other team in the Prem, top class team in the Premier League, it's like, that's all you want us to do? Brilliant. Manchester United is like, no. But that is how we can beat Fulham. That's how we can beat any team. But we're not doing it, which is very, very, very ridiculous. And again, Ten Hag could give them all whatever. Ten Hag telling them what to do, and they just seem to be like, I don't want to do that. I mean, if you could sack players, I'd sack a few. But now let's move in to our opponents. It is Fulham. So Fulham are coming into this game. Previous 5, they lost 2-0 against Chelsea. They beat Sheffield United 3-1. They lost 2-0 against Tottenham. They drew 1-1 against Brighton, which the Brighton today, that actually goes down as a good result. And they beat Ipswich Town 3-1 on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. So again, they're coming into this game having lost their last 2 games. Again, Brighton, okay, someone could say, yeah, well, they're not really. Brighton are a bit in and out at the moment, all over the place. No, they're not. They're just, it's like, what we should be doing, backing the manager. Trusting the process. I'm sure Brighton can be a lot better than they are, and we know that, we've seen that. But I mean, obviously, you don't expect them to beat Chelsea. You expect them to beat Sheffield. No one expected them to beat Tottenham. I'm sure people expected Brighton to beat Fulham, and again, you expect them to beat Ipswich. So the games that they've been expected to win, they've won. So yeah, but then they're a bit all over the place themselves, Fulham. But they'll be coming into this game confident as well. Obviously, they have 2 top goal scorers, 2 joint top scorers so far. According to my stats, Bobby De Cordova-Reid has 2 goals alongside Palhinha. Again, Palhinha is a very, very good player. I think he's a solid player. Good midfielder. I would have loved Manchester United to win from, because he's tall, he's strong. He's not the quickest, but he's a big man in the midfield. He's a man mountain, and someone like him would be solid in the midfield. But I mean, my danger man would probably be Willian or De Cordova-Reid, to be fair. I don't really know Fulham's well, to be honest. Some would say Andres Pereira, but I wouldn't. I mean, speaking of Andres Pereira, he is their top assister with 2 assists. Obviously, ex-Manchester United, as we know, he'd be looking to get to score against his ex-team, his former team tomorrow. So we're looking to have a good game as well. He is a good player, but you can maybe see why we did sell him as well, because he's also a bit not consistent with his performances either. But they are the players that we should be looking out for: Palhinha, Pereira, and De Cordova-Reid. Anyways, now a question from the Fulham fans, if there's any watching. Fulham will, well, it's not really a question, but I think Fulham are coming into this game tomorrow at home, 12:30. They'll be coming into this game fancying their chances. They'll be licking their lips. They'll be looking at, the media over the last couple of days. They'll be seeing the amount of noise around Manchester United, that the confidence looks low, team looks flat, Ten Hag looks like he's on the verge of being sacked. Everything just looks like it's going downhill. and they'd be coming into this game confident. I mean, how can Fulham beat Manchester United? Press us and just score. How Fulham can beat Manchester United is just score first. If Fulham score first, there we go. And then just get your fans on top of us and track us down. That's how. Because if I was a Fulham fan, I'd be going into the game tomorrow expecting to get some. Will they get it? I don't know. But I'll be coming into this game reasonably confident. As a Manchester United fan, I'm going away to Fulham, who are 14th place, expecting at least a draw. But again, here it is my predicted 11. Let us know what your predictions are for tomorrow's game. But my predicted 11 is Andre Onana in net, a back four of Serge Reguilon. I would have predicted Lindelof, but supposedly he's ill, which is weird. So it'll be Harry Maguire, Raphael Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. I mean, we looked at Dalot playing Newcastle. Dalot was very, very poor. It's nice to have Wan-Bissaka back there. A bit more pace, good tackling. Very good. He's a good marker. He's just, he's been very, very solid. You'd swore he was never injured. He just slotted back into that right back position as easy as. So I play him. Is he fit enough to play 60 to 70 odd minutes? I don't know, but I if I was Ten Hag, I'd be consider starting him. Again, in midfield, obviously Casemiro is out for a few weeks, as we know. So I'd go with Sofian Amrabat, Christian Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes. Again, Eriksen's not the quickest, but against Fulham, he can sort of get away with it. He more than likely will play Mount, but I just think Eriksen, for his long ball, his experience, would be good. And Amrabat as well. He's a good, solid player. I think Bruno will start again. I think we've seen on Sunday or the other day why Ten Hag starts him. I know people say, he's captain, he's not, or his form at the moment is very, very flat as well, but he kind of runs at players and we can see why Ten Hag plays him. And, we play bad with Bruno on the pitch, but at least there's a bit of fight in there. Rashford as well, obviously he came on against Newcastle, but he didn't do much as well. But he has to score eventually. I don't care what anyone says, Rashford has to score eventually. It'd be Anthony on the right. I don't think Anthony can do no wrong at the moment. I think Ten Hag will always pick him. And then up top will be Rasmus Højlund. Martial was poor. We really, really miss Rasmus Højlund. Again, the whole team's kind of a bit all over the place, including Rasmus. But hopefully we can kind of pick him out tomorrow. And that presence up top of he's like that front four with Bruno, Rashford, Anthony, and Højlund. If that team turns up, that team gets a good result. Not a hammering, but I get a result. Yeah, my prediction for tomorrow's game is I think we'll win. But just to play it safe, I'm gonna go. Oh man, I don't want to go for it now. I want to predict us to win, but it has to be done. I'm gonna go with Willian 1, Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. I think Willian will. I just don't know. I think Willian will open the scoring, and then I think Bruno Fernandes will score as well. But yeah, that has been the Manchester United versus Fulham preview. Like I said at the start of the stream, there will be a live watch along here on the United Way YouTube channel with myself tomorrow from 12 p.m, half an hour before the game. Join us for team news and live build. But until then, those are my predictions, and we'll speak to you all on the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.